So I did it. This is a full year of my 365 project. That's my outline of me. I am more excited right now about this idea of an act of kindness to yourself. I am mid-flight right now on my way to Sydney. And this week I have been challenged to talk a little bit about faith and religion by I Love Cheese. And I'm very excited because this is going to be the first time that somebody's requested me to talk about a topic. I was talking with a really good friend of mine this week about finding your purpose and what your purpose in life is. Of course, I made a few mistakes. Uh-oh. But then I had to figure out how to fix them, which is just exactly like what life is. I did it! That's me for the year. I think for me, the biggest part of this journey was actually finding that I'm becoming nicer to myself. I think a lot of us have a lot of negative self-talk. We diminish the achievements that we do have, and we blow up the things that aren't going as well, and so things are a little out of proportion. There's not balance in our lives, and this is quite an achievement. Every single day for the whole past year, I had to come up with something that I loved about myself, and I had to write it into the body of me. And it didn't matter if I was traveling, it didn't matter if I was sick, rain or shine, day or night, I made sure every single day to do this. And just being able to follow through with something like that not only fills me with a sense of pride, as I'm sure whenever you've achieved something that you've wanted to can make you feel happy and proud of yourself, but it was a really interesting experience to have so many of you engage with me and talk to me about your own journeys. People texted me and tweeted me things and left me voicemails. Some people actually did their own projects along with me, which I really am happy that other people were inspired to do that. And ultimately for me, the biggest learning that I had along this whole journey was how unkind to myself I often am, and how I tear myself down and I don't give myself credit for things that I do, and I give myself too much credit for negative stuff. I take too much responsibility for the negative and not enough responsibility for the positive. And through the course of doing this project, showing myself the things that I love about myself, I've actually become kinder to myself, which has been a wonderful byproduct of this. But the biggest thing is seeing how many other people in the world are also looking for ways to be nicer to themselves, to become better people, to figure out who they are. I wish in a way that there was an education for something like that, that in schools it wasn't just math and reading and science, that there was a life class. You know, things that are very important for us to know as people that we're not always taught, whether systematically through education or in our family situation. Because, you know, if our parents don't know how to do something, maybe it's because their parents didn't know how to do something, and on and on and on up the lineage. And it's not because they're bad, and it's not because they're mean, it's just because they don't know. And therefore, how would they be able to teach it to us? And therefore, how would we teach it to our own offspring? And so I think that was a really interesting learning. But the other thing is how to celebrate achievement. That is not easy for me at all. In fact, if people ask me what I've done, I go, oh, I haven't done anything, or I'm pretty lazy, I don't do stuff. And then other people look at me and go, Tara, are you kidding me? You do so much stuff, and you do follow through, and you're very professional, and it's not always easy for me to acknowledge myself. So a big part of this has been the daily acknowledgement of not only doing it and being held accountable to all of you who watch, but also holding myself accountable to myself. And in a way, my body outline on the wall was a daily reminder to treat myself with more respect. It was a little shrine to myself, and it allowed me to acknowledge myself more fully and not just pass by the opportunities to celebrate and revel in my achievements. Thank you guys so very, very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope this does inspire you to do a project of your very own, so that you can maybe perhaps also learn to treat yourself with more kindness. And if there's anything that you've learned from watching me, I would love to hear that. It's been a really nice back and forth discussion with many of you throughout this process, and I really, really appreciate that. Thank you guys so much again. A very, very happy Valentine's Day, whether you're in a country that celebrates that or not, from me to you. All right, thank you guys so much. Happy 365. Bye.